Bruce, how would you describe the way your team played fundamentally this weekend? Do you feel like you played good fundamental baseball?
I tell you what, the whole weekend, we executed so well. Defensively, you saw tonight some great plays, key double plays. Dolly, great catch and right. We just did a lot of good things there. Base running, that's what I was really proud of, how well we ran the bases, tagged out, took the extra base, things like that. You're in a tight ball game, you have to do that. And, we did tonight. And Martin out, he battled early, he probably ball strike ratio wasn't what it normally was, but made pitches when he had to. And, we got the big double plays tonight.
On Perez, you got Burke up in the fifth inning, right at the end of the fifth inning, when Perez was at 84 pitches. Was there a discussion about whether or not Martin would go back out for the sixth? Did he?
Yeah, you know what? Where he was in the order, he's having a lot of success. So we let him go out there. We still have some pitches to work with as far as his pitch count, but then it got to where I didn't have a choice there. But Bert comes in, makes a great pitch. The guys just did a great job of picking each other up tonight, especially the bullpen.
You said the other day on opening day that you didn't think Josh Young needed help dealing with pressure, I guess you'd say. It seems like he doesn't need that. What do you think about him and his at-bats and getting that home run today?
Yeah, good for him. He had a great spring and first time up. He squared that up nice. He's such a good all-around player. I'm more excited about his defense. What he's doing there, but he can do some damage with the bat, as you saw tonight, and so it's good for him to have a little success. And he's a big part of our lineup, hitting where he's at. And occasionally I will move him around a little bit, but I like where he's at right now.
You mentioned his defense briefly, but he seems like he's making not only like the routine plays, but the really difficult ones too.
Right, I agree. Going to his left, going to his right, game awareness. On the double play, going to third, throwing to first, things like that. Slow rollers, hard hit balls. He's getting a lot of action, and he's doing a tremendous job there.
So what was your thinking tonight? What was the reasoning behind choosing Smith to close out the game?
I got him up in the eighth. To pick up Johnny if necessary. But I've got an experienced closer down there where they were in the order. He hasn't been out there, and so I have no problem putting Will out there. I have another one, Kennedy. He has a lot of experience. Pico, right? I said would do. He'll be the closer and doing most of it. But there's times when I'll adjust, and and Mike and I talked about it too, where they were. They had a lot of left-handed bats in the dugout, and they end up hitting one of them, but. Just made sense, this guy, he's saved a lot of ball games, and I had no problem putting him out there, trust me.
The other thing that I thought was interesting was when you went to defensive changes, you put Jankowski in center field as opposed to Bubba. And what's your thinking in a situation like that?
Well, you never know what's going to happen in the game, and it's fair to say Bubba's our best base stealer. So I wanted to keep my I guess one bullet at that time on the bench in case I had to pinch run him. Something happened where it became a tied ball game. But Jankowski, he's got a lot of time out in center field too. So, it's kind of very, very comparable between those two defensively.
You never managed with the 3-batter minimum rule before you left. How were you feeling? Just thinking ahead of what moves to make.
Yeah, it's different, to be honest. But when you have guys that I'm comfortable throwing out there for 3 hitters, but you try to find the right pockets too. But sometimes you're not able to do that. But it's definitely a little different thinking that way instead of batter to batter. It's taken away probably a little strategy because once you put them in, you're done for 3 batters. You know that. So, but it's not much of an adjustment.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Martine, I just wanted to talk to you about the play that Adalis made out in center field. It was taking a home run back from Schwarber out there. Obviously, Bubba did the same thing on opening day. How much confidence does it give you as a pitcher knowing that you have an outfield that could take away hits in crucial moments?
I mean, a lot. I mean, especially, in that situation, he got that ball and then, he saved that game, and I was allowed to get the next guy out, and I think that was one of the keys of the game, that played, and I think that was a play who made us win the game tonight.
Did you have to talk your way into pitching the sixth inning?
No, I mean,
There was no conversation because Burke had started to get up. At the
yeah,
end.
but no, they don't tell me anything. Mike just ask me how I feel, and I say I'm okay. And I always respect what decision they make. And I think was a right time to take me out of the game. I'm okay with that. He's a manager. We have to respect his decision. And Burke came in, and I think Lowe make a good play too, and he was able to be out of that inning. But he don't ask me anything about it.
How do you feel like this team played fundamentally over the course of the week?
Good. I mean, I think we all are in the same page. From my side as a pitcher, I think we all know what we need to do. When we got the ball in the hands, and I think that's really important for our team. I mean, if you go out there and get people out, we're gonna have a chance to score some runs, and I think the timing that we have during the game is really good. So we maintain our position players in timing, in good rhythm, and they're allowed to make plays, and I think for me that's one of the biggest team in the game. I mean, if we keep doing and we keep making the regular plays, we're gonna win a lot of games. I think that's one of the keys when you want to win.
For you personally, Martine, how are you feeling today? Just felt like there was a lot of traffic on the bases, but you kept getting out of these kind of.
I mean, I feel good. I mean, I was, like you say, a lot of traffic, but I was allowed to make my pitches when I needed. We get a couple double plays, and I got a couple of strikeouts too, and I think that's what you need to do when you go out there. No matter what, you have to compete, and I was able to compete today, and throw my game how I wanted, and trying to throw my pitches where I wanted, and I think that was a great game at the end.
The fist pump after you struck out Castellanos to end the fifth. What was going through your head?
It was good sensation, and but it's always good when you strike out one of the good hitters. Castellanos is a good hitter, and sometimes you have to give credit to the hitters too, and they got a good team too, but I think we play better baseball than them. Good.
Thank you, Martine.
Yep.